Okay. So I've posted the workout. I think there are no typos, but I can't confirm that. That feels like a big promise. We have some Cossac squats. We have some, just a few, nothing specific. We have 4 sets of 16 alternating, or 16 total, basically. You're going to alternate directions. Cossac squats, these can be weighted or not. Followed by 8 push-ups into a toe reach, or toe touches, I should say. I know. Well, you sound like Otter when he's upset.
That is what I was going for.
Disgruntled pet. That's what it sounded like. So we're doing that 4 times through. Otherwise, we're going to continue on into 4 times through 6 tempo front squats, or some variation of squats, depending on your equipment available. Directly into 8 per side reverse lunge steps into knee raises. We can eliminate a knee raise if we need to. I'll talk about substitutions if we need to change that reverse lunge. And then we have 4 times through, 10 per side, single leg glute bridges, 10 head cutters. It's been a while since I've done those, but I'll review those in case. And then 20 mountain climbers. Meg's face. Why?
I will say that yesterday I successfully did my first downward dog, the series without screaming toe pain, but there's still a little bit. It's mostly torquing, so I have to be careful.
We'll come up. I have alternatives for those things. So
yeah, the only thing I'm looking at that looks really nasty is the mountain climbers, just because it's so much toe push off. But
yeah, honestly, the mountain climbers here are meant to be just a bit of a heart rate increase thing. So if you can find something else that increases your heart rate, that's what we're looking for. That's all.
So sounds good.
I would say for most people, it's a low equipment, low cost, just thing to kind of move. It's as opposed to like running or jumping or expecting you to have something equipment to play with. So we're gonna start this morning. Same drill as usual. Cat cows, all that good stuff. I'm gonna join you for this because I'm a little stiff today. Ow. Nikki's abandoning me today.
He's not making you coffee? Whatever will we do?
Abandoning me.
Oh, because he's leaving, yes.
Where's he going?
He's going to
Idaho. Who's a hoe? Idaho.
You go, oh, Idaho.
Wrong side. Little flyover. Well, I'm going there. My bike certainly isn't.
Oh yeah, his layover. What happened? Sorry, you told me that.
My flight's late, and not whatever time.
Well, he
I'll
opted
get there eventually.
Yeah. His first flight is delayed. Therefore, his second flight is his bike
Tenuous.
is probably not going to make the second flight.
I will say that on our flight home, we had a connection from South Africa. We had a connection and we only had like 15 minutes and had to run for it. And I was astounded because our luggage made it, including my bike.
Really? That's impressive.
Yes.
Very little faith in Denver Airport and Southwest.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't Denver, and your connection is your connection is in Denver with Southwest. Oh baby.
Yeah. Exactly.
You're hosed.
Just kidding.
The good news is they'll get your bike there eventually.
Yes, and he's going early, as you should. So yes, he'll be fine. Let's do bird ups, arm ups at leg. You need to remove the arm and just extend the leg instead. That's fine.
You have 38 minutes in between flights. I don't even know if I'm going to catch my second flight.
This is why I go for the 4-hour layover.
If it's Southwest the whole way though, all the Southwest flights come in and leave from the same terminal in Denver. So at least you don't have to switch.
Yeah, that's a bummer. It's like
Every once in a while, they'll put one flight over in B because they have excess, but usually they're all within.
Our flighting
Pretty
apps
close.
is extremely risky.
Right.
Can I have a refill for flavor? Thank you.
I like a refill for heat, baby.
Just kidding. Add a smaller cup today.
You don't have to justify your coffee needs to me.
Well, I mean, I usually have one big cup, and I had like
What are we doing here? I like this.
beautiful. After your 10-ish, I'm probably done about a billion now. Let's do the shin boxes, 90-90s. I'm sure there's different names for these guys. Feet shoulder apart. I lean back because my hips are tight, but you're feeling flexible. That's great. Tap these guys. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and well, you said down dog's not great, but let's go child's pose, Meg, instead of down dog. And then
I can
Huh?
do down dog.
Okay.
It's not the down dog. It's anything that's flips. That's once I'm in it and is straight flexion is okay. It's all the torquing.
Okay.
So it's a good thing Joseph was talking and doing his own practice yesterday, because he would have been like my transition between some moves, like getting into crescent pose, is like
I mean, it's giving John Cleese and Ministry of Funny Walks, sort of. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very still a good skip, by the way. Anyway, we digress. So let's go ahead. Let's go plank shape into a down dog. So if this is tolerable, we can go here to here. If we need to make this a child's pose, that's fine. But let's do this 10 times. You can take in at any point, that's fine. Beautiful. We're gonna finish the floor work with a combination of donkey kicks and fire hydrants. So essentially it means I'm gonna do, I'll stay on one side for this. Donkey kick is where I'm in a tabletop position. I'm gonna keep my back relatively flat. So whatever natural curve you have. I'm gonna lift my right leg closer to you. Squeeze my butt. So I'm not going as high. If I go any higher, I'm gonna round my back. So I'm not gonna do that. So that's your donkey kick, and then the fire hydrant to the side. Now you notice my knee isn't very high. I'm not rotating my hip up. Okay. So I kick back to the side. Back. Kick to the side. Let's do that 5 times per leg. Back. That lateral piece, that sort of fire hydrant piece, watching out for any excess rotation. So I'm not looking to rotate or open that hip, and kind of looking to just keep, and you might notice limitations, and that's okay.
Otter's upstairs saying it's time to go for a walk. I'm gonna miss the bunnies. Don't go now.
Otter pops. He's like, excuse me, I have
Our
opinion.
yard is like full of bunnies every morning right now. It's bunny-rific. There's a
sounds-
bunny that lives under the Fiat and likes to come out in the morning and wait for Otter and then wind him up.
That sounds adorable. Sounds very much like something of Simon's cat.
I think it's hilarious. It is the bane of Rob's existence.
I mean, I can imagine. So here's the deal. Let's go over
Okay.
Cossac squats. I'll go over these unweighted first, and then I'll just show you the push-up with a toe reach. So Cossac squats, we'll keep this from the waist down because that's kind of what you need to see. Your stance is going to be slightly wider than a traditional squat stance. So I'm toed out here. You could be toes forward. That's okay. And your range of motion here is not going to be a traditional squat depth. At least it isn't for me. So if I squat from the side, I'm pretty much at or below parallel. When I squat laterally, right, I'll show you this from the front in a second, I am much higher, like significantly. So ultimately, when you're shifting right and left, I'm going to shift this way. I'm going to let this foot either rotate up, but big toe, pinky toe, heel stays on the stem. And just switch sides. If you want to rotate that foot up, you can. Just watch out for that adductor, the inseam, right?
Oh, it feels good on that adductor.
And you can lean, yeah. So let's say from the chest up, you can actually balance your body weight over that leg. So upright is relative, but you want to keep that weight over this leg. We're not trying to stay super vertical. Let's do 16. Just switching back and forth. This can be more of an active stretch more than like a lifty thing. If you want to add weight to this, you can hold a weight in front, shoulders, by your sides, whatever, but I prefer goblet position.
Oh yeah. That's some good adductor stuff.
You sound like what's the guy from The Simpsons? The beer guy.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
Nikki would know. I'll ask him.
What?
What's the guy in The Simpsons?
Mo.
No,
No?
he's the beer guy. And he says like,
The Scottish custodian guy.
no. Meg's like,
Oh.
oh yeah. And that reminded me of Simpson's character. I could see him in my head. Doesn't matter. We digress. It's not important. He like busts through.
That's Kool-Aid guy.
Let's see this.
We digress. It's not important.
Okay.
Let's do
Alright.
so every time you push up, you're going to do two toe taps. I should say not reaches really, but so push up obviously can be assisted, okay, or not. And then the toe reach can be across, right?
Jeez.
We need to eliminate those toe reaches or toe taps. That's fine. I say toe reach, toe tap. It depends if you can't reach your toes or tap them, you can just reach.
The comic books.
I'm going knees.
No beer.
Beer. Oh. Okay.
No.
Beer. He's the drunk at the bar. Mo is the bartender.
It's not important. We've moved on. It is not, it's not, not important. So after your 8 push-ups with your toe reaches or toe taps, we're gonna repeat that 3 more times. Weight is welcome, but not required. I was very dramatic, Joseph. I was like,
The camera.
all right, you're gonna throw it to all your fans behind the camera.
Yeah. What you got?
You're so generous.
It's better to give than receive.
Is it though? Just kidding.
I think it depends on your dynamic.
And the day.
But ma'am, we have a unwanting guest.
Well, good morning to you, princess.
She's being placed on her post.
Her throne.
Yeah, she gets to stare outside
Cat TV.
everybody. Whenever Nikki goes out of town, she's always a bit disappointed. She's like, "Oh, it's you." I'm like, yes, I am I'm the boring dad. Meg, if you want to just take away the the knee stuff, the taps, or you can do shoulder taps instead.
Okay.
Yeah. We're just looking to take one hand off the ground. You're hearing lapping, like slapping noises. That's what you're hearing.
Oh, he's already on that. Jesus. I'm gone.
No, don't worry. This is not a game of who's doing it faster.
No, it's who's doing it better. Just kidding.
Yes, they are. Joseph, you're doing a great job with that. You can be as knee forward as you want or as hip back as you want. So that's more of a matter of taste. The hip moving backwards is more hamstringy, right? The knee moving forward is more knee heavy. So this here is more knee forward, which is more quaddy, totally fine. Here, kind of more, I would say mid foot or sitting back is more hamstring glute. So neither right nor wrong, but if you want more back of the leg, shift it back. If you want more front of the leg, you can continue with that. Also, your ankle is much more flexible than mine, so you're probably able to do more than that.
You don't know that.
What?
You don't know that.
Based on how your knee's moving, yeah. Unless your heel's lifting off the ground, which I can't see, which is not ideal. You don't know me.
It was 3 rounds total?
I thought it was 4.
Oh,
Four. That's okay.
that explains a lot. We started talking.
Did you hear that? Wow, is that wow?
I
That
know.
explains a lot, says Joseph.
Explains why I'm almost done. Apparently, some of us can talk and read.
That's why I don't talk.
This is why I don't talk. That's fair. I mean, you can talk, Joseph. It's not like you.
Apparently, no, he can't talk and read the directions. I'm just kidding.
Well, I'm on an iPad, so if I put up the text, I can't see anything else. Maybe I did 4. I don't know. I didn't really count.
No, you didn't. You were ahead of me and I surpassed you. I was paying attention.
Didn't we agree that it's not about speed, it's about who did it better?
Yes. And I obviously should have. I'm just kidding.
They did both, better and speed.
Better and faster.
Wow.
While talking. I'm just kidding.
I know my skill set. I don't lie about that.
I was like, I'm working here and Joseph is standing there.
I figured he finished, but I also was like, I don't know, maybe not.
I was like, he's just flexing that he's so much better than me.
Just looking like looking at
Let's go, ladies. I'm tired of all this talking. I skipped a set so I can judge
8
you.
push-ups.
You would be surprised at the number of people I've encountered, and this is not a judgment on you, Joseph, but the amount of cis dudes at CrossFit gyms that count wrong just so they can finish first.
That's weird.
That's so you're like, I'm usually like, that was 4 rounds, not 5. And he's like, really? I was like, yeah. Oh, that was 6 reps, not 10. Just like constantly reminding them, like, nope, not done yet. Nope, you're not done yet. Nope, you have 4 more. No. And they're like, ah. Honestly, eventually I just stopped correcting them because I'm like, everyone knows who they are at this point, and I'm like,
The ones that put too much weight on and don't do the whole workout.
no, it's more like we all know he's miscounting and no one cares. Like
We all
I'm
know that I just can't count.
not being able to count is not the same thing as intentional counting wrong.
When I'm a PT, I don't count, and I'm like, this is the longest set of my life, and she'll just be like, oh, I thought you were counting. I'm like, no. I can't count and balance at the same time. It's actually it's the balancing move.
No, it's hard. I get it.
I can't count and balance at the same time. Okay, let's go. Joseph's ready. He's gonna get
Just
fussy.
you were talking about balancing. I was just about to continue before you told me to keep going. Okay, happy finding your run. Okay, so here's the deal. We have 4 sets of 6 tempo front squats. We're gonna make this a 2-second pause on the bottom. So for those of you adding weight, this might get heavier just in general. So the descent is just controlled. If you want to count to 3 because you're a fast descender, that's fine. Count yourself to 3, 2 seconds to the bottom, stand back up. I say front squats. I want a squat that you have been doing / are able to do based on your equipment choice. And ultimately, your tempo should look something like this. So I have dumbbells, so that's fine for me, but I have dumbbells on my shoulders. I'm going to be 3 seconds down. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, stand back up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, stand back up. Same thing with the goblet. You can hold 1 object instead of 2. Or if you have barbell, back squat or front squat. That 2-second pause, it's a little different depending on what weights you have. But it definitely, as in, it makes it harder. Directly into weights down. 8 per side reverse lunges into a knee raise. This is, speaking of balance, a balance drill. So this can be weighted as well, but a reverse lunge, right? Knee raise, you can skip the step down or you can touch the floor. It doesn't really matter to me, but I want something that you can do well. So if we need to, so this is meant to be a balance drill. So if you want to make this like single leg deadlifts, Meg, that's fine. So we're not loading the big toe, but you can adjust accordingly.
I can load the big toe. I am supposed to load it this way. I just can't go down very far.
That's
Like,
okay.
that's it. Like,
That's
that's
fine.
it.
I'm okay
It's
with that.
good. It's good balance work.
Beautiful. So 6 tempo fronts or 6 tempo squats, 2-second hold at the bottom, followed by, won't swing water, excuse me, 8 per side, step back or reverse lunges into a knee raise. Complete all 8 before you switch. That 2-second hold is a great place to kind of check, are you balanced? And obviously, if it doesn't feel good, please, you can certainly get out of there. You will need to breathe. I think that's obvious here, but just in case you need a reminder, breath holding here, not super effective. At least I don't find it effective. You can use any contact points you need for those lunges. So if you need to put your foot down in either direction, going up or going down, that's fine.
Look at that. That's some shizzle.
You'll probably notice that you have a side that you're either more coordinated on or feel better with. So feel free to regress or progress that difficulty and how complicated it is based on that side. Good. You guys are doing a great job. If you probably don't need it, but if you need a rest between those lunges into your next set of front squats or squats, that's fine.
Oh.
Stop. I'm doing these at the gym, but with a back squat, and I don't feel good today. I mean, I feel good, but it just hurts.
Last week I had a hard time sitting the day after.
That's pretty post squat day.
Yeah, I was happy though. I was like, look at this. Means
Yeah.
I worked something.
Yeah, typically that like the pausing is nice because for at home, if you don't or your equipment choices are limited, it can make weights feel more challenging if that's appropriate. But it's also a great place for if you need to focus on something in terms of technique or mechanics, it gives you 2 full seconds to figure out if you're doing it right. Come here. Hey. Hi.
Damn it.
Four times through on this one. It's foggy where I live, Joseph. It must be like invisible where you live. Can you even see
It's
anything?
pretty thick out here right now.
Yeah. I don't commute so much anymore across town, but when I was over at the Presidio, I can tell how foggy it would be at the water by how deep the fog came into the city. And there was one day where it was almost visibility was low on Market Street, and I was like, oh, okay. Got it. I know what to do.
You're never gonna see the bridge then.
Yeah, it was more like I was commuting really early, so luckily, I mean, I had the appropriate lighting stuff going on, so I had one light to see and one light to be seen. But it was the kind of fog that kind of sticks to you and you almost end up being a little bit damp. It's like not quite rain, but also still wet enough to make you need a rain jacket. But we're a little farther south, so if it's that deep here, it's like that can be a lot. There you go. On those pauses, try not to bounce out of the bottom, which is right. So you're starting from a dead stop.
I feel seen.
I will say this is a very common, I would say, adaptation, right? Because you've held that for 2 seconds. You don't want to be there anymore. You use the stretch reflex to get out.
Yeah.
instead of, I would say, a muscular contraction, just a pure like push. I would say anyone who's ever done any sort of pausing squats, myself included, has done this. I will say, Coach Meg won round 1, Joseph won round 2.
How the turns have tabled.
I'm doing these reverse lunges and I'm doing them quality because I suck at them.
How the
I went for
turns have
speed, not for
tabled.
quality.
I have to focus so I don't fall over. One day you're all gonna be old and have shit balance.
And that's why you weightlift.
And I'll be right here waiting for you.
Just being like, big, I told you so.
No, like, it's okay. You can still do stuff even though you're old. Okay, what are we doing now? Now it's
We're gonna take a very, well, I say a break, as in a while, where I say re-describe this final portion. So we have 4 times through, or the next, I would say 15 minutes, whichever comes first. So it's okay to stop us at 15 minutes if we need to. 10 per side, single leg glute bridges. I will review those again, but also give you variations that can progressively get easier, or maybe more, I think descriptor is less hard, is more realistic. 10 head cutters and 20 mountain climbers, or 30 seconds of something that gets your heart rate up. So I'm going to kind of leave that open-ended on for most of us. So the single leg glute bridges, if you are able to lift both one foot, say both feet, 1 foot.
It's not a glute bridge anymore.
I know. I was like, both feet. It's not really how that works, is it? So if I'm going to use my right leg, this leg I just have my heel down while I'm starting because I don't need it off the ground all the way. And then as I lift, drive through this hip and this glute, come back down, right? The foot can stay on or off the ground. It could touch, but it's not really assisting me in any way. If that's too aggressive, whether it's just on one side, it's okay. I'm going to switch legs here. So just keep the heel down. So I'm using my left leg now. My right leg is a little bit farther forward. And this helps just assist this lift, but it's not as helpful if I did 2 feet. So either way, all of the above are fine. So if you're doing the 10 per leg, great. If you're doing both feet, do 20. Yeah. Beautiful.
Okay, I can't remember what head cutters are. I just remember I hated you for them. So.
Well, that's a compliment. I'll take it. I'll go through them. Second. Head cutters are going to be where your weight, in this case kettlebell, starts on the ground. If you need it a little bit higher up, Meg, that's fine. It's kind of close to the floor, right? And try to find the best angle here. So I'm going to show you from like the first half and then the second half because I don't have a big enough room or camera. So essentially, I'm going to be straddling my weight. Okay. And then from the front, right, my feet are in the middle of the bell. I'm going to touch this from the side. It's here. So deadlifty. Okay. I'm going to stand up the weight. Okay, that's step 1. Step 2, I'll show you from the top. Here you go. Step 2, I'm going to stand up and move my hands around the bell. So it's going to be a little faster because I can't do this slowly. This is going to be, so from the front, it's going to be here, here. All right, so top. Some kind of just a little bit explosive up. From there, right, stand, squat, overhead. Repeat.
Okay.
For my athletes with dumbbells, right? You don't have a kettlebell, doesn't make sense. Or barbell, thrusters. So thruster, squatting down, either singular or 2 weights. Squatting, pressing overhead. Let's do 10 of either thrusters or head cutters, depending on the equipment you have available. If you don't have anything or going overhead with weight doesn't make sense, you can do air thrusters, which sounds silly, but doing this and squatting 10 times, harder than you think. So you're gonna squat first before you put the weight overhead, Joseph. So you're gonna catch the weight, squat down.
Squat
There's
down,
a lot of squatting.
and up.
So once you catch it, right, you're gonna add a squat in. So you're doing this part, right? Catch.
So up, down.
Yeah. Yeah. Essentially, it's I mean, to an extent, it is similar to a thruster. In that we're kind of, yeah, there you go. We're just adding the pickup part, basically. Whereas with dumbbells, you kind of hold them on your shoulders. After you're 10, it's okay if you did a few without the squat, just if that's okay. 10 reps. I said 20 mountain climbers. Again, this needs to be something that your heart rate comes up a little bit. So that's jogging in place, skipping rope, hopping on a bike. I don't know. You pick something. But I wrote mountain climbers. So each knee raise is 1. So for mountain climbing, it's going to be 1, 2. You can jump or you can step. Doesn't really matter which one you choose. The jumpy one will be more, more heart rate heavy. I'm trying to think.
I might try them steppy because the one thing I'm not allowed to do today is plyo because I have a run and then I have PT. So she's like anything but plyo. So I'm gonna try to do them with stepping.
Okay. If steppy is okay, then let's do steppy. But if not, we can just substitute that for.
Don't worry, I have an above threshold. I have a super threshold workout today, so there will be heart rate.
Well,
I'm
also
trying not to die.
And holding that plank, honestly, right, or that plank shape, or you can honestly insert like a Russian twist or something where you're holding a shape and moving, or like it's sort of one of those. You can be creative with this.
Practically rigid.
Good. You're back to your glute bridges. Resting is needed between sets, of course. That was set 1. You're gonna do up to 3 more, or the remaining time that we have, which I think will be fine, but I'll keep an eye on the clock. Both of you look solid with this, but just want to mention for anyone else doing this at home, when you're doing a glute bridges, I want your working foot neutral, so no turnout. So if you tend to pronate, foot comes in, or the other way around, I want your foot forward, okay, on that driving leg, if you can tolerate that. Go down, yeah. Foot down, good, overhead, nice. This is more of an observation, Meg, than anything else. You're doing fine as you are, but you can also keep your hands on the kettlebell if you want it. You don't have to let it go. If that feels better, let it go. Don't stop doing that.
It was how I was counting.
Yeah, if that helps you count, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with resetting every time. That doesn't bother me. It was mostly if you felt like you had to for besides a counting reason. There you go.
I'm wearing headphones. Can you all hear my hip capsule popping every time I do those? Because I can.
You know, weirdly not. I think the headphones aren't picking up the.
I know, but you know how you can hear something in your head and you think it's
Yeah.
going through the headphone.
Well, the other thing too is we hear things through, like, especially in our body, through bone and things internally, and it feels funny. I think in person we probably hear it, but I don't necessarily hear it now. No.
Well, it's not happening during these.
On the mountain climbers.
Yes. It's like pop, pop. It's great, but I know it's doing something good. But
Yeah, generally noise without pain. I say it's not. I would say it's not emergent, as in like it's not cause. It might feel a little weird or like sound weird. Sometimes we can also adjust a position. So sometimes if it's just
morning.
an arrow or whatever. Was that morning to a human or to a dog?
That was too human.
Okay,
Joaquin got up.
that sounded.
Poor man, I'm camped outside of his bathroom. And yesterday I was doing yoga. Oh, wait.
Yeah, it's okay. Moving and counting is hard. We can all agree.
Yeah, I have to let it go because that is how I'm felt.
That's fine. I don't mind that. That's fine. I will say if you're in a race against Joseph, that pause
I'm
is.
not.
I know you're not. I don't know. There's a lot of trash talk happening this morning.
I love Joseph.
I mean, like the friendliest trash talk ever.
You suck, I love you? Yes,
Yeah.
that's it. That's really what's going on. I got one more. I also got a really good stretch there. Wait, are we on the last set or do we have one more after this shit?
I think this is the last one.
This is the last one?
I think so.
Oh, Joseph's on the last one, but I'm behind him. Okay.
Yeah, so this, sorry, yeah, I thought after your mountain climbers, this will be your last. But Joseph can give us a confirmation of that because he's the one that said.
If he's still going, I'm still going.
Perfect. Either way, I mean, you'll probably just fine. You have 5 minutes remaining. So this is one of those things.
Fine. We're fine.
Plenty of time. If anyone
Fine.
doing this on their own and you either have a time constraint, even if it's less than 15 minutes, I don't know. Stop at 10 minutes then. Whatever.
Some is better than none. Right, coach?
Yes. There you go. Nice job. Last set of these things. I know the head cutters or thrusters, depending on what you're doing, I would say are distinctly unplugged.
I'm just doing it this way so I get an extra squat. Just kidding. So I can count.
You're getting extra deadlifts every time. I forgot to ask this. Did you do your gravel race thing?
It's the end of this month.
End of this month. Okay, got it. I knew it was coming up. I was like, either just well, maybe I'm thinking. I know it wasn't Unbound. My brain was like, oh, Unbound just happened.
Yeah, that was last weekend.
Yeah. At least there wasn't peanut butter mud this time.
Yeah, I heard it was pretty dry.
Yeah, but apparently it was pretty ruddy though. Like
Yeah.
the whole coaster was like super. Well, I mean, I'm
It
not.
got really hot for the 200 in the afternoon too.
Yeah, that's what
Like,
I've heard. Yeah.
Stupid hot.
I mean, it's always hot, but I feel like I don't know. Maybe they get more weather patterns towards the afternoon.